Osmilion de Montsilvian is a French knight, actually the Sinigui de Montsilvan, lord of a small, tolerably well-kept castle in the enchanted forest of Bronxy-Randy in Brittany, France. As it happens, most of the forest dwellers and occasional fairy folk passing through are not really reliable sources of levy and assorted income, which is why Osmilion tries to set aside drinking beer with his chum Helmuth, the dragon, who escaped the ramblings and the treasure stealing of a certain bloke called Siegfried in Germany, to put his mother's legacy of excessive creativity once in a while to earn a little extra income. His mother, by the way, is a Bronxide fairy who is mostly occupied with dancing and moonlit forest cleanings and answering to the whims of a certain Morgane Le Fay. But that is another story. So Omelian decided to try his hand at devising wondrous things for sale to the general populace. These, unfortunate enough, to be consigned to living beyond the magically glowing borders of Broncandy Forest. Omelian designs apparel and home decor out of the ordinary, whimsical, and oldish European cheeky and heartfelt. Go check out his products at montyslvain.eu/Osmolian. You'll be glad you did. Go over to montyslvain.eu/OSMELIAN and tell them you heard about it here. Transmedia Worldwide, we got more coming up. Thank God that's over. We are going to go to our next guest. He joins us on the telephone. Tom Gresham is with us. He is the spokesman for Second Amendment Foundation. He hosts the nationally syndicated weekend radio talk show, Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. It's carried on 266 stations across the country and around the world. He also created, hosted, and directed several television series about guns, including Shooting Sports America on ESPN, Guns and Gear on NBC Sports, and he is also the author of several books. Tom has written thousands of magazine articles about firearms, and he joins us today here on our broadcast. And send lawyers guns and money. On second thought, just send guns. Coronavirus biggest ever boom on gun sales. We've heard about the phrase send lawyers guns and money, but with the acceleration of the coronavirus, the new mantra is just send guns. That's right. People more than ever are exercising their Second Amendment constitutional right to keep and bear arms. But even with that right, there are government officials who are seeming perpetually trying to strip them of those rights, this time using the coronavirus as an excuse to disarm homeowners of their guns, to make them sitting ducks and defenseless for intruders. And joining us today in this discussion is Tom Gresham, spokesman for the Second Amendment Foundation. We welcome Tom to the broadcast on the telephone. Tom, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. It is a crazy, busy time for us right now, fighting back on all the gun grabbers, gun banners, trying to close gun stores.
Now, this has been just an unprecedented thing. Are they trying to close the gun stores because, well, I guess give us your opinion on this.
Well, for those of us who have been following this a long time, and I've been working in the gun rights field for 50 years now, this is absolutely consistent. You have to remember that for some folks, there is a gun ban lobby. They really do truly want to ban all ownership of guns.
Yes.
And sometimes they'll actually come out and admit it. Usually they want to hide behind, oh, we don't want all your guns. We just want these particular guns. Whichever one they want to call the bad guns of the week. You know, it's like
the
it's
bad
too
guns
big,
of the
or
week.
it's too small, or it shoots too fast, or it's too ugly, or it's black, or it's this, or it's that. And it's like, which one can we get away with banning this week, and then we'll go for the rest of them later. So them wanting to close down the gun stores is really just, it's part of their wish list. And they said, oh, wow, cool. It's like the Rahm Emanuel, never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yes.
You know, they're saying, oh, we can do this now. We will stamp out, we'll just wave our hands and make a constitutional right evaporate, go away because we declared an emergency. And we at the Second Amendment Foundation, and frankly, working with the other gun rights groups, NRA and some other groups, we have been filing suits practically daily. And let's see, we got the Pennsylvania governor to flip. We got the New Jersey governor to flip. We just got the sheriff to do a flip after he flipped and flipped and flipped, and now he's flipped again. So he's done 4 flips so far.
Yes.
I cannot make this up. This is absolutely true. This is what the guy did. First he said, close the gun stores, and then the L.A. County attorney said, no, you can't do that. So he said, okay, open the gun stores. And then the governor, Gavin Newsom, said, do whatever you want. So he said, okay, close the gun stores. And then we sued. And then, of course, the real important part, and this is the part that was really interesting, is the Trump administration in the Department of Homeland Security put out a memo Sunday. And it said, gun stores and shooting ranges are essential businesses. And so on the basis of that, a bunch of states have gone flip-flop back and go, okay, I guess we really can't strip them of their constitutional rights, so we're going to have to open the gun stores.
Fantastic. You're, I have had my fair share of legal wranglings over the years, and what you guys are doing is textbook, and I appreciate that you're doing what you're doing. So bravo, sir.
Well, it's a lot of work.
Yes.
And I'm getting emails and memos at 2 o'clock in the morning. These attorneys are working all the time. They're chasing this thing and coordinating. And the thing is, you can't say, well, we'll address that in 3 months because it'll all be over. What you don't want is for them to say, you know what? We could just shut down gun sales anytime we want for whatever we want, any kind of emergency. North Carolina actually used to have a law. We got it reversed. They had a law in the book that they could close the gun stores when there was any declared emergency, including a snow emergency.
We're going to close the gun stores because of snow. There's a snow day,
exactly.
kids.
Oh, yeah, and they did. And so you have to push back and say,
snow
look, people,
day.
The whole idea behind constitutional rights is that you have to be able to have them not just when things are warm and fuzzy and cozy, but when things are ugly and nasty and scary, you still have your constitutional right.
Yes.
If you don't have that, it's not really a right, is it?
No. We have got a great guest with us today. Tom Gresham joins us, Gun Talk. Check out guntalk.com, on the radio, on the TV, and online at guntalk.com. And Tom's with us today. Now, do you think the reason, because it seems we're getting reports from all over the country of people buying up all the guns and ammunitions in these gun stores, what, in your opinion, is going on? I think it's because a lot of folks know that at some point there might be, food rations. There might be folks that are bored with this COVID-19, so they'll go break into people's houses. There's all sorts of shenanigans that can go on. But what are your views as to why all the guns and ammo are getting bought up?
I think you're exactly right. People are essentially nervous and anxious. And so you have a lot of people who have chosen to live in this bubble of pretending that they are safe. I mean, pretending that, the government will be there. And then, of course, for a lot of us, we know that's not true. And not only that, the government is not required to take care of you. I don't know if people actually know, courts have consistently ruled that the police have no legal duty to protect anyone. So you really are on your own. But when things like this happen, people wake up and go, wow, we really are on our own. Duh, hello. And at the same time, you have police departments all around the country and mayors literally releasing hundreds of prisoners because they don't want them to stay in jail with the COVID-19. So they're just going, you guys go out and be among the population now. I know that you were in jail, but we're going to turn you loose. And at the same time saying, oh, yeah, because of all of this, police response times are going to be enlarged or lengthened. So,
I think
the police are not going to be there. So, okay, we're going to have more criminals on the street. The police are not going to be there, and people are suddenly waking up to the fact that they really are on their own. We've had 5 gun stores broken into in my little local area in the last 2 weeks. Smash and grabs, driving cars through the front at night, taking guns. It has to be related to this.
Yeah. This is absolutely insane. It is Tom Gresham. He's with us today here in a broadcast. He, of course, is from Gun Talk. Get a hold of Gun Talk on Twitter at Gun Talk, which is fantastic that you managed to get that username. Because there's a lot of people that just they just take these Twitter names and never do anything with them, and so people end up being Gun Talk _01 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we just passed our mark of 25 years on the air with Gun Talk Radio. So I've been doing it for 25 years, a national radio show, and then we were the first gun program to have a podcast. We actually had a podcast before the iPod was invented, so before there was actually a podcast.
Archived audio is what they called it back then.
Exactly. Going way back, using real audio format.
Yes.
That's way back.
Yes. Oh, those real audio players. Those were great, but much like technology, thank God they're not being used widely anymore.
No kidding. Isn't that the truth? So anyway, I've been talking guns and gun rights for a long, long time. And so you kind of have a perspective. And people who just wake up and go, wow, what happened? I go, no, this has been happening all along. I have been telling people for 10 years, there will be another run on ammo at some point. There will be a time, just as we've had in the past, when there will be no ammo in the stores, there will be no guns in the stores. So what you need to do is when ammo is plentiful and it is cheap, you need to buy ammo every month. Whether it's 1 box or 3 boxes or whatever, buy some every month for like 100 years. Don't worry about it. And then when this thing happens, like what's happening right now, you don't care.
Stock up. That's that is basically what folks need to do. We've got Tom Gresham today. Gun. What are you guys doing as far as programming?
Well, right now on Gun Talk Radio, I'm talking a lot about people who are trying to find guns and ammo, what they can do there. But also, if you are a new gun owner, you're one of the people who have rushed out to the stores and you bought a gun, you don't know anything about it, I tell them, look, please be careful, be safe, don't do anything stupid. Don't just go load that thing because you don't really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Open the box, read the instruction manual. And look, the gun makers put a lot of time and money into those owner's manuals. Really seriously, sit down and read the whole thing cover to cover, and then very carefully make sure you know how to operate it. If you can get to a shooting range, and some shooting ranges are open, then you can try it. Maybe get some instruction if you can find a way to do that through social distancing. But also, I guess I would direct a lot of people to our YouTube channel. Look for Gun Talk on YouTube. We have about 3,000 videos there. And a lot of them are about self-defense with guns. And if you haven't taken any classes on self-defense with guns, I can guarantee you that almost everything you know is wrong. And I don't care if you were in the military. I don't care if you've been a hunter all your life. Everything you know is wrong. And so we try to correct that. And you just go to our Gun Talk channel on YouTube and look for our series called First Person Defender. It's all about self-defense training with guns.
It is Tom Gresham. He joins us today here in a broadcast. And Tom, I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting. I always enjoy chatting with you. And have yourself a wonderful day, my friend.
All right.